my obeisances to all the assembled devotees, especially and to Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaja's lotus feet. And I'm confident by now his feet are lotus feet. Tyakva anyatha rupam swarupena vivasitihi. That he has attained his swarup. He's back with Srila Prabhupada and with Krishna, with his beautiful form, with beautiful lotus feet. So I offer my obeisances unto those lotus feet of Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Thank you for this opportunity also to say a few words about Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Well, time is limited, so we could only say few words, although there could be lots of words, and his glories are unlimited. And I think right now, the whole world, or Bhakti Charu Maharaj has become not just a talk of town, Mayapur town, but has become talk of the whole world. It's like a Ebeyash Gushuk Tribhuvan. His glories have spread all over the world, and the whole world is talking and hearing, and then remembering. So this festival that you have organized here in Mayapur is Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Smaran Utsav, to remember. So as we hear and talk and hear, we remember. But then as we remember, it becomes very difficult to talk also. Our voice becomes choked up and emotions aroused as we hear, talk and remember Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Yanilo Premadhan Karuna Prachur Kotha Gela Bhakti Charu Thakur. That personality who brought, and well, he received that from Srila Prabhupada and distributed Prem Dham all over the world. But I would say that Prem Dham was not just Krishna Prem Dham, but Bhakta, Vaishnava Prem Dham he distributed, shared with the world. Hari Hari. Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he got Prabhupadized, we say Krishnaized, but I would say he got Prabhupadized so very quickly. We had more times, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years before Prabhupada departed, say 10, 11 years. Bhakti Charu Maharaj had only 10 months with Srila Prabhupada. And in that very short period of time, he became so much Prabhupada conscious. He had like a marathon or intense association with Srila Prabhupada day and night from the time it was in Kumbh Mela, I remember in 77. He had come from Mayapur, especially to meet Srila Prabhupada, and that meeting took place. Bhavanand Maharaj arranged that meeting between Bhakti Charu, I don't know his previous name. So from that time onwards, he became Prabhupada's man. Just on the train from Allahabad, Prayag, where Kumbh Mela was held, from there to Kolkata, Bhakti Charu Maharaj came in very close contact, and Prabhupada found out he was, of course, born in Bengal, Bengali speaker. Prabhupada immediately assigned him service of the translation of his books into Bengali language, and that became his offering, Maharaj's offering. When we had a centennial, 1996, by that time, all Prabhupada's books, Bhakti Charu Maharaj had translated into Bengali language. He was so much into Prabhupada consciousness. He was the one who thought of making a documentary of Srila Prabhupada, Abhay Charan. He wanted to share his Prabhupada with the rest of the world in a very beautiful manner, very appealing manner. The TV, the documentary, the cinema. And hero was Srila Prabhupada. Well, from Prayag, they went back to Mayapur. Srila Prabhupada also was there for some time. Bhakti Charu Maharaj always informs us, I know. Prabhupada made him a secretary of Indian Affairs. I don't really understood exactly what that meant, but Prabhupada wanted him to take charge of ISKCON's Indian affairs in India. So he became kind of secretary, also occasional secretary, doing correspondence, Hindi correspondence or Bengali correspondence. He kind of was like a shadow of Prabhupada. Wherever Prabhupada went, Bhakti Charu accompanied him. I mean, in same year, he became Bhakti Charu Das, and then second initiation, sannyas initiation. He was being bombarded with ocean of mercy. That's why he wrote that book, Maharaj, Ocean of Mercy. He felt that Prabhupada was showering so much mercy upon him. Upon reaching Bombay, the plans were made to, Prabhupada was not well. So Prabhupada traveled to Rishikesh with only a handful of his disciples. Yeah, and Bhakti Charu Maharaj became a part of that entourage traveling to Rishikesh. So, of course, there were thousands of us all over, but he was chosen by Srila Prabhupada to be with him, to take care of him, especially cook for him, and serve him in so many different, intimate ways. So, then devotees would take turn to be with Prabhupada, especially during night times. So one night, Srila Prabhupada was on his bed, and he He said, Bhakti Charu, and he rushed to the Prabhupada's bed near. And Prabhupada said, bring me to Vrindavan. It appears the time has come for me to leave. So then Krishna Maharaj also was informed, and they made arrangement for Prabhupada to come to Vrindavan. So devotees, as they had found out what Prabhupada was planning to leave us behind, leave them behind. So they were devastated, crying and praying. And Prabhupada said the death is imminent. We know what Prabhupada used to say. Even Krishna comes and Krishna leaves. So why not me? I have come, so I will also leave. Prabhupada was trying to preach and pacify his followers. Now I'm also sharing this because today, as I was thinking, what would I talk? And I had a lot of other things that I was thinking of talking, but then I received Bhakti Charu Maharaja's last talk as he has arrived from India, and he is now in D-Land, in Florida. I suppose that was his arrival speech or something. And guess what? He's, as Indra Maharaj said, his favorite topic of the talk was Srila Prabhupada. And he's talking about Prabhupada. And what is he talking about? He said, Prabhupada taught us how to conquer death. And all that I just said, this was said by Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, and Bhakti Charu Maharaj in Rishikesh. And Prabhupada saying, it's time for me to leave, bring me to Vrindavan. And then Prabhupada giving that talk in Vrindavan, addressing his disciples. All this was said to the assembled devotees in D-Land, Florida. Just few days prior to he got hospitalized. So I thought he was, here's some clue or indication that he was getting ready to leave also. And the way he was talking, he was addressing us, addressing assembled devotees. So he addressed assembled devotees indirectly through the mouth of Srila Prabhupada. He was talking. So he was so much Prabhupada conscious, and last speech that he gave also was full of Prabhupada consciousness. Hari Hari. Was the last talk I had with Maharaj some days before he left for America. One fine, well, I think that was day, Maharaj called me on the phone. And I was surprised and pleased to receive his call. And he had just watched the documentary called Lost Village, which is about me and my village where I was born. And he said, Maharaj, I got to know you more as I was watching this documentary. And then he was glorifying the simple living and natural living and growing up in countryside. And we were talking how there should be revived and there should be more propagation, more promotion of that kind of lifestyle. So we talked and talked, and at the end, we also talked about, we said we should be talking more often, Maharaj, over the phone. And yeah, that is what we had decided. We'll talk more often on the phone. And also would meet more often on, yeah, face to face. So that was the last talk I had with Bhakti Charu Maharaj, and we have that resolution of meeting again and again and talking again and again, associating with each other. But I suppose, as we know, what has transpired, and that is not going to be possible, or that would be only possible on another plane. Oh, so anyway, I will just say one last thing, was that I found out the day Maharaj left us behind, one devotee, Pran Govind, he was rushing to the hospital, and I managed to speak to him on the phone. And he asked me, Maharaj, do you have anything, any message for Bhakti Charu Maharaj? And he said he's going to manage to speak to, he would put a phone to his ears, and he's going to speak to Maharaj. So I said, yes, if you could manage, just tell Maharaj, please do not leave us. Please come back and stay with us longer. Give us your association, your friendly association. But then I also said, if Krishna does not want that to happen, Krishna has other plans, then tell Bhakti Charu Maharaj that please leave happily, with no anxiety, joyfully. You could go to Krishna, and we will take care of his followers, his disciples, his own, all the responsibilities. We will take them on our shoulders. So that was my last communication. I am not sure whether that reached Bhakti Charu Maharaj, but that is the last thing I conveyed to Bhakti Charu Maharaj. Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki Lord Prayamanande.